right. So, yes, I don't know if you could go. I know you mentioned last week about the things that happened to you, the Muslims.
Yes.
I don't know if you could just go into mention some of the things that they do to you here.
Yes. When I'm here, for example, I was singing songs today for Pentecost Day. Just singing, and then they came to me and they disrupt me.
Right.
Yes. And they say terrible things to me, even today.
Right.
And some of them are coming and say that, so I think that I am not done, that I'm still coming here.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. And they're saying that actually they're claiming that they taught me a lesson to make sure I don't come here. So I think I can still come here. I didn't answer the person or them online. So I carried on singing my thing. And then they came and disrupted me and so on and so forth. And what happens actually is that every week I come here, they surround me, they want to shout me down to drown my voice. But my voice is strong, it's a strong voice. So when they try to drown my voice, I raise it. And they cannot drown my voice. So I raise my voice, and so when I come, many times they spit at me.
Right, because I was just wondering, you know what you said about the spitting?
Yes.
Is it certain Muslims or do different ones do it?
I think different people.
Different,
not one person.
Right, okay.
Yeah, not one person, different person, different people. Sometimes they come, they get water or liquid, whatever it is. I don't know what is in it.
All right.
They just chuck it on my face. Throw it down on my face like that. If I'm walking, they will come and trip me on the back. I don't know someone is going to do that.
Right.
So that I can fall.
They
trip me. They hit me.
Because I think I actually remember one time when someone did trip. I saw you tripping a little bit. When there was a few of them.
Yes.
And but so I'm still just wondering. So these Muslims, when they do it, it from what you can see, it tends to be like different ones.
Yeah, different ones. Yeah.
All right. So essentially, it's as if they, as a group, feel that it's okay to do this to you.
Yeah, because they come as a group. That is the mentality of Muslims. They come in a group because the purpose of Islam actually is to dominate.
I know.
To dominate other people. So, for example, you see in the park here, what they want to do is to take up the whole space here, and any other people who are not Muslims to restrict them to lead to a corner while the Muslims take over the whole place and they shout Allah. So that the whole place is covered by Muslims. That's why, for example, they used to pray here. Actually,
used to pray actually.
Because the domination was becoming too much. And many people complain. So they had to move.
Barbara, shouldn't it? Or outside the front as well.
Take over the place. So to Muslim people, wherever they pray, the whole place has become Muslim.
I think I heard. I heard about.
So by praying here means speakers corner is now a Muslim area. Captured by Muslims. It's just a matter of time before they will chuck out any other person. When they are on the streets praise the same thing. They want to show power that they're here. Nothing can happen to them.
Yeah.
So that's the essence of the thing. To show power and dominion and domination. That is why they do these things.
Yeah.
And for the treatment they made to me is to, because many of them, like you see the guy who interrupted our conversation last time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me too that the sort of what I'm saying. If I say it, where he comes from, I will be a dead person. Yeah. And they will cut off my head.
Yeah.
And he agreed with that.
Yeah, because that's. But you see, that's the problem that you have, is that people over here, the Muslims are all nice and say to you that if you become a Muslim, we can all be friends and get along. But the problem is, once the Caliph arrives, now they're going to get out their Quran and their hadith and start chopping off hands and heads, isn't it?
Yeah, you mentioned a friend. That is, let me correct you a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Muslims are not supposed to be friends.
Yeah.
Any person who is not a Muslim.
Yeah, unbelievers.
If you're not a believer, if you're not a Muslim, because if you go to the Quran itself, chapter 5, verse 51, they are instructed not to take Christians and Jews as friends.
Yeah.
It's specific there. They can't do it. They are not allowed to do that. To take Jews and Christians as friends. And even there are many verses that forbid them from doing that. In fact, if you go to chapter 9, I think verse 23.
Yeah.
What is this man is talking about again?
So if you go to chapter 9,
Victor, what are you talking about?
Verse 23. Really?
What are you talking about, Victor?
Because you see, you sympathize with Boko Haram. You agree with Boko Haram. So I don't know what we have in common. You agree with
Boko Haram. I told you I don't agree with Boko Haram.
You agree. You told the other gentleman, and I think you told me too, that what I said, because you told the other man you are from Ghana. Yeah, you told him you are from Ghana. When you come to me, you tell me you are from Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm from all over the place.
And then you said, according to you, what I say, this you told me to my face, what I say, they will kill me if I say this from where you come from. You did say this.
I said that. Why did I say that? Why did I say that?
You agree with me.
I'm only advising.
You agree with us.
No, listen. The reason why your life will be in danger, let me tell you why.
You say danger.
They will kill you, that's mean danger.
Yes. What danger?
Danger means you die, my friend. And I'm advising, will you go to northern Nigeria?
What sort of danger would I be in?
Victor, will you go to northern Nigeria and doing what you are doing here?
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, I'll speak to you later.
No, I'm actually answering this question before
I will speak to
what you are here doing, maligning the prophet and doing all this.
Why can't I say what I am saying?
You are living in a Muslim.
Why should I be allowed? Why should I be allowed?
This man doesn't get it.
Why should I be
I'm telling you what he is saying, all the things that he's saying here, maligning at the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He can do that in northern Nigeria.
You see how he
but can Muslims
even in Mecca, even in Saudi, he can't do that. In UAE, he can't do that.
Listen to what I'm saying. In a Christian country, can Muslims talk against Jesus and the Prophet?
No, absolutely not. Because
that's what they do here at the park.
If you go there,
this is a secular country. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Yeah.
If you are living in a Christian country whereby the country predominate the people are Christians and they value their Christian beliefs, and you go there maligning Jesus, they will beat you up, they will kill you.
Yeah, but Nigeria isn't a Muslim country.
No, I'm talking about certain parts of Nigeria. If you are in southern Nigeria, listen.
Yeah, but what they're doing is illegal, though, isn't it? If they kill anyone,
listen,
it's
if
illegal.
you go to northern Nigeria, that's what I'm telling Victor. But he does that. If you go to northern Nigeria and start doing what, you will be killed instantly.
Yeah, but that's murder.
They will kill you. They're governed by the Sharia. Because you have insulted their prophet. It's just like you go to even Saudi Arabia, you go to UAE, you go to Muslim dominated country.
Do you agree with that?
This country here, you can say whatever you like because it's a secular country. So don't consider here as a Christian country.
Do you agree
you
with that?
You don't even have a Christian country in the world.
That's
yeah,
the question.
but there's nowhere in the Bible that says we should kill people who talk against our prophets.
Listen, apostasy.
It's not in the Bible.
Listen, blasphemies and
It's
all
not.
this kind of is there in your Bible, the Old Testament. They used to execute people even in this part when this country was Christian country. They used to execute people, my friend. Now it's secular, so they don't care. But I'm talking about Muslims still value their beliefs and they still stick to their beliefs. So if you go there and start doing what he's doing, you'll be killed.
They can murder you.
So I'm just advising you, just be here uttering those stupid things.
They're gonna destroy you. Advise me about
This is not anything black and white. This is
advise me about
I'm advising you. You can stay here and do whatever you want.
But do you agree? Do you agree with it? Though? Do you agree with what they're doing?
I agree. Listen, I agree that when you are in a Muslim country and you are maligning our prophet, you should be killed. I agree that.
All right.
I'm a Muslim. I love the prophet more than anyone. My family, my mother, everything.
What about Allah? What about Allah?
Listen, Allah is not a human being. We are talking about human beings here. We are worshiping Allah. All our
He's still a
worship is
person.
Allah. Allah is listen, Allah is our ultimate destination. We are worshiping to get to Him, not putting Him in brackets with human beings. Okay, we are talking about a human. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a human.
What is it that I said?
And I love him more than anyone on the planet Earth.
You said he was extraordinary.
This man says I saw.
No. Who said that?
Name one is
The Quran makes it clear that the prophet, all the prophets, not only the prophets, all the prophets, they are not just like an ordinary human, like us, because they were elevated to the highest level. So we can't compare ourselves to them. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
So I'm just when we talk about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the prophets. That's what we say.
now. This is the thing.
So
Some of them
I am telling
they
you.
display a board. It says Jesus is not God.
Oh,
Brother.
Yes.
all right.
Here,
Yeah.
they have a board where they display Jesus is not God.
Yeah.
They display it there.
I keep on telling you, don't listen
Yeah.
to this man. You are a decent man, but
I'm
listen to
free
this.
to listen to whoever I want to
No,
listen to.
listen, if you want the truth,
I
you
don't
can't
say
listen to this crazy man. He's gone mad.
My truth comes from
about
God.
my opinion.
What's your
Do you
problem?
want to? Do you want to talk to me? Do you want to talk to me?
Talk to about what?
You said this man is claiming that I insult Muhammad. So name one insult. What?
But you don't insult
Name one insult.
You insult Muhammad, but you don't insult Jesus or Moses.
No, name one insult.
Why do you focus on the
Name one insult.
Why? You know what you say.
He's accusing me, but he cannot name
You know what
any
you say.
insult.
You say.
And now let's put this clear.
What you say.
If I say, okay, for example, if I say,
What you say makes you an enemy of
if I say, for example, who are you anyway? What is your level of education, for example? He say I will never be successful. Do you know my life? Do you know my life?
That's why you've been slapped around in the park.
So you think it's a good thing for Muslims to slap people?
You've been slapped
Do you
around in the
agree?
park.
Yeah, they do it,
Yes,
and I think you two have done that.
What do you mean?
And I think you two have
see me?
participated.
Did you see me do it? Did you see
Because
me?
that is
No,
Islamic.
Allah
That
will
is
destroy you.
Islamic.
I pray Allah destroy
That is
you.
Islamic mentality. Violence and an evil religion.
Just like Christianity.
Left to Islam, you will not exist as a black person.
Christianity goes by killing people.
How many Africans
Christianity
were
goes by killing
castrated
people around
by
the
the
world.
Arabs?
Under the-
How many Africans left to Islam, there will be no black people. You would not exist as you are. Allah is nothing. Allah is a non-entity. Allah is an idol. Allah is an idol. Do you agree with the Quran, chapter 112, that Allah is a summon, an idol? Quran. Okay, Quran. Do you agree with the Quran or not? Quran, chapter 112, verse 1 and 2. It says that Allah
this man is an
is
enemy
one
of Islam, and may Allah
the
punish him severely.
the idol.
He will never prosper.
Why do you
And he will never
worship
get
an
anywhere in
idol?
life.
Why are you worshiping an idol?
You're
It's pagan.
You're finished.
All Muslims
Christianity is
are
finished.
pagan.
You're finished, mate. You're finished.
You see,
You're finished, mate.
he says Christianity is finished.
The time
Christianity
will come.
is
Allah's gonna punish
swiping
you. Allah's gonna
throughout
punish you
Africa.
Definitely.
Christianity is swiping
We never succeed.
throughout Africa. And more Islam is receding. And receding. And receding. So you see, I'm trying to give them their own medicine. If you don't talk to them that way, they will not take you seriously. You hear his sentiment against me, and the other one too. He didn't disagree with Boko Haram, did he? He didn't. He agreed with them.
Yeah, agreed, I know.
Yes.
But-
So why should I be talking to people like that? That I should be killed simply because I am not a Muslim. You see?
Well, no, it's just because you talk against.
Yes.
They're doing that nonsense again.
So if
No,
you
that's what they do to you.
yes,
isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
If you come to the park here, you will notice one thing. You will notice that if there is this sort of shouting that is going on there, or there is some sort of violence, a Muslim or groups of Muslims are involved in any violence you see here or you hear.
Yeah.
Must involve Muslims. It's either Muslims against Muslims or Muslims against another group of people.
Well, yeah, against Shias as well, isn't it? Yeah.
You will not have, say, a violent atheist against a Christian or a Hindu against a Sikh.
No.
They will not fight here.
No.
None of them. If there is a fight, it always involves a Muslim or group of Muslims with another group.
Yeah.
And that is how the religion is. Wherever they are, that is how it happens.
Yeah,
To
because
humiliate people.
actually I was wondering also, I noticed that when you talk, a lot of the times you're in front of Ali Dawa's stand.
Yes.
Is there any particular reason for that, or?
No
All right.
reason.
It's
I just
ju-
stand anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't face his desk or anything like that.
Yeah.
So if I don't see, because I really don't want them to come close to me and surround because of the danger.
Yeah, that's
that I
true.
face.
Yeah.
So in most cases, when I see an empty place,
Yeah.
so for example, you ask me Ali Dawa's table. I don't even think. I think it's even a health and safety issue for him to bring a table in a crowded place.
Yeah.
Play things there because somebody can fall over it.
Yeah.
How many people here are bringing tables to display things and sell things? Yeah. It is a health and safety issue.
Yeah.
To do that. But that's just obituary. I'm just a remark.
Yeah.
It doesn't count that. When Ali Dawa is there, as a person, I don't even know who he is.
Yeah,
He is not important to me.
Yeah. No, that's just because he's.
Yeah, he's
But-
not really important to me. For
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
if you want to talk to me about Islam or Christianity, he can come and talk to me.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Somebody told me that he has YouTube things.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never checked whether he has YouTube or anything like that. When I finish here, I have finished with the Islamic thing.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't bother anyway. He's just him talking most of the time anyway.
Yes, yes. So even at the table, I don't face the table. I face the other side.
Yeah, yeah.
Where there are no people.
Yeah.
And I'm talking. So I don't know why you should be concerned.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
But anyway,
by the way, did he complain? Or?
No. It's just that But I don't know if you notice. You notice the guy who's with him, the Dawood. You're the slightly portly guy.
Yeah.
He's always with Ali Dawood. He's guarding the table.
Yes, yes. One thing happened. Many times, some of them have tried to push me away from wherever I'm standing.
Yeah, yeah.
Or if I'm talking, they would try to come to force me, remove me from where I'm standing.
Yeah.
Because Ali Dawa or some other Muslim person
they haven't
talking.
Yeah, yeah.
Recording. This is a place for speaking. Okay, recording. People in these days, people are recording. Basically, the place is for people to talk.
Yeah, I know.
So if you come here to record, that's your own business.
Yeah, yeah.
But Muslim people, their recording thing is mainly business.
Oh yeah.
It's mainly business. But then they say, so they think what they are recording is more important than what I am saying.
But
so actually, I give them a challenge. When Ali Dawa, all these Muslim people are recording something, and so if they are talking to non-Muslim, if they are recording, you can try it. Record them and let them be talking to you. If you're not a Muslim, they're talking to you. Now, this is an experiment for you. Cut out when he's speaking continuously, ask him a question or something like that. Ask him a question about Islam. And then give him time to answer. Cut out any 3 minutes. Any 3 minutes of the answer, and I will show you that he is lying. Or if a Muslim person is talking to a non-Muslim about Islam, everything is a lie. Because they're permitted to do that. They're supposed to lie on behalf of Islam. That is what they are allowed to do. And this is a challenge. You can try it. Just cut out. Ask a Muslim something, and then let him give you an answer. Cut out any 3 minutes of the answer he has given to you, and replay it to me, and I will show you the lie.
But anyway, I already know that, and that's why it's hard for me to have conversations with Muslims now.
Yes.
Because whenever they do the lie, I always ask them to provide a reference.
Yes. They don't come here with the reference. You wouldn't see them with Qurans or with any reference. They don't do that. The thing is that they come here to talk, to attack Christianity. To attack the government of this country, to attack the people of this country, and everything. They want people to they want Sharia law or Sharia to be implemented in this country.
Well, only some of it. They'll say the bits they don't like, they won't implement.
But the irony of it is that most of them that come here, they come from places where this Sharia thing at least a great part of it is implemented in those countries, but they themselves, they don't want to live there.
Well, anyway, the easiest thing to do is ask 10 Muslims and see if any of the 10 will want to go to live in Afghanistan, isn't it? That's supposed to be their country where Sharia is.
Yes.
And yet they want to come here where there's no Sharia.
Yes. Yeah, they wouldn't agree. And look at the number, and as you mentioned, Afghanistan, and all these other things. You see, Afghanistan people, most of them, they dream of living in America.
Yeah.
But it's not a Muslim country. And you see how Islam, wherever it goes, look at it. A country like Egypt. Egypt had a great civilization. It was always at the forefront of knowledge. Always at the top level of knowledge in the world. And up until, and it was competing with any intellectual center, anyone. Until Islam came. Now, look at Europe, where Europe is now, and look at Egypt. And compare, you see, Europeans used to go to Egypt to learn. And look at it now. Look at how Islam has reduced Egypt now because of Islam. They lacked the knowledge. Immediately they bent all the books. Everything is reduced to Islamic mentality. And so on and so forth. So while learning progressed elsewhere, it went down and down and down in Egypt. Another civilization affected greatly by Egypt, by Muslim, is Persia. You see, you have this Greek, Byzantine, Greek, Roman, Egyptian, Persian.
Oh, actually, I don't know if you want to come a bit nearer. No, because you've been drifting a little bit away. Just so the sound.
So you have the centers: Roman, Greek, Roman, Egyptian, Persian. And they used to compete. So in most cases they are at war, especially Persia and Romans and all that. But it's a sort of competition. They're competing and developing and all that. Then all of a sudden, only one of them went up. The Greco-Roman Christian, Judo-Christian went up. And the ones taken over and dominated by Islam, namely Egypt and Persia, went down and down and down. The gap is now unimaginable. So now they are angry. They are angry at Europeans, their descendants now. They cannot comprehend what happened. Why? But Islam is the problem, and they cannot touch it. They will talk about other things, but the real reason why they are at the level they are, which is Islam, they will not talk about it. Because talking about it means insulting Islam and insulting Muhammad. Because look at this culture where they think it is something great to say that Muhammad was an illiterate person. So they promote it. They think it's something great. that Muhammad was an illiterate person. And actually, if you look in the Quran, it doesn't say that. Illiteracy in the Quran does not mean reading and writing ability to read and write. Illiteracy in the Quran, for example, people, if you read the Quran, it talks about people of the book.
Yeah, yeah.
That means Jews and Christians are people of the book. It doesn't matter if you are a Christian or a Jew. It makes no difference whether you can read or write. You are a literate person.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you have a book according to the Quran.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the Quran says that Muhammad was an illiterate person because he never had a book.
But interesting enough, when you read in the Quran, it keeps mentioning it as a book, though.
No. The Quran says that he had no faith, he has no book. Islam, there is nowhere in the Quran where it refers to Muslim people as having a book or being people of the book. Nowhere.
Right.
Only Jews and Christians are people of the book. So on the other hand, Muslims, Muhammad and Muslims, all of them are illiterate according to the Quran. If you go by the Quran.
Yeah, true.
And they think that is a virtue, something to celebrate.
Well, I suppose they're mostly just using it with because they keep mentioning that one in, I think it's Jeremiah somewhere, Isaiah, I think, about the unlettered prophet, even though they don't understand what it means, but they love mentioning it anyway.
Which one, for example, do they?
No, when he's talking about in Isaiah.
I heard when I first came. I heard some of them quote Isaiah 42.
Oh well, yeah. That's
42. Someone from Kenya. So I come from Kenya, so forth. They have no clue at all about what they're talking about, because Isaiah 42 is talking about Jesus, the entire book of Isaiah. If you look at it, Isaiah from chapter 1 to 39 is about doom and gloom and doom. Yeah. And even has oracles against Egypt, against Jerusalem, against Babylon and all this. But from chapter 40 onwards to the end, it's normally called the Book of Comfort, because it starts with comfort my people. Right, so from chapter 40 of the book of Isaiah, it talks about God changed. God changed and is now giving them hope. And if you read the Gospels, it begins with the voice of one. If you say Mark chapter 1, verse 2, Mark chapter 1, for example, it starts with the beginning of the good news of Jesus, the Son of God. And in verse 2, it talks about the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord, make his path straight. Now, if you look at that passage, it comes from Isaiah chapter 40. And if you look at all the Gospels, Mark, Matthew, Luke, John, it looks like, for example, Mark in particular, the Gospel is laid out according to the layout from Isaiah 42. It goes forward and then takes references from Psalms and other places. But if you continue reading that, the voice of one cry in the wilderness, because the children of Israel wherever they have problem, they asking God, where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you? You left us. So in that place, he says categorically, as you keep on reading, as I prophesied, that if you go to the mountain and Mount Zion, it says there that they're going to proclaim the good news. Good news. Evangelion.
Yeah.
Evangelion. Good
Yeah,
news.
yes.
And what is the good news that is coming from the desert? What is the good news? If you carry on reading from that Isaiah 42, it says, behold, your God is here. Behold, your God is here.
Yeah.
So that is what Isaiah is prophesying. So if you go to the New Testament, when Isaiah was prophesying, he is going to talk about the presence of God with his people. So if you go to the New Testament, the message there is, wherever they say God in the Old Testament,
Yes.
in the New Testament, it means Jesus. So unless otherwise stated, specifically stated in the New Testament, God or Lord in the New Testament means Jesus.
Yeah.
Emmanuel. So if for example look at the Gospel of Matthew from chapter 1, it starts with the genealogy, and when it comes to Emmanuel, Emmanuel means God with us. Emmanuel means God. So you can take that as a bracket and then go to the end. From there to the end, after the genealogy comes to this. Emmanuel means God with us. And then go to the end, and Jesus himself said, I will be with you. Go and baptize everybody in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And what's the next sentence? I will do what? I will be with you. So if you put two brackets at the end, from the beginning, Emmanuel, and at the end, I will be with you.
Right, yeah.
So between that, everything there is talking about Jesus.
Yeah.
The presence, physical presence of God with his people. So the exodus of Jesus from the beginning, from that time on, from the baptism of Jesus, it talks about to the end is the exodus of Jesus. Jesus came to perform the exodus. So he's done it throughout. So Emmanuel, in Gospel of Matthew, for example, from Emmanuel to the end, that bracket, refer to Isaiah chapter 40, where it says, your God is here.
Right, yeah.
So the Gospels, what are the Gospels? The Gospels means the words and actions of God in your presence.
Yeah.
That's Jesus in your presence. So that is it. So when they are quoting Isaiah, the whole Isaiah, and if you read from Isaiah chapter 40 onwards, everything there is about Jesus. Everything.
Oh,
has nothing to do with Muhammad or Allah or anything like that.
But anyway, when they read Isaiah 42, they have to miss the beginning. And then they have to miss the rest of it as well.
Because if you look at it, it's going to open people's eyes. Is there any place where in the Quran where Allah opened any person's eyes.
No.
Or Muhammad opened any person's eyes.
Well, not that I know of.
Nowhere.
But
Because Muhammad couldn't perform any miracle, not one.
oh well, it depends on which scholar though. Because
Muhammad was a deceiver. He was literate. He could read.
yeah,
It's only lies.
Yeah.
Muhammad could read. He's a deceiver. By the way, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, yes.
Congratulations on all the things
Yeah,
you've done.
yeah, thank you very much.
Sorry for what happened to you.
No problem. Yes.
That was not right. They
Yes,
don't have
yes.
no right to do so.
Yeah, no, they don't, but they
don't have no
justify.
right. They don't know
Yes,
that
yes.
Christianity is about equality among everyone.
Yes, yes.
No,
yes.
no man can judge another man.
No.
And because you're speaking the truth,
Yes,
that's
yes.
why they became aggressive.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
I
yes.
hope God will still give you the power.
Yes,
I pray
yes.
for you to come here and more to preach out about
Thank you very much. Thank you very
His
much.
beloved love.
Yes,
And that
yes.
He's the true
Yes,
Savior
yes.
and our God.
Yeah, he
Thank
is,
you very much.
He is the truth, the
is.
life,
Yes.
the resurrection. What everybody here, if he's talking about truth, if you are looking for truth, everybody here, what are they looking for? They are looking for truth.
I agree.
If you are a scientist, what are you looking for? You are looking for truth. Where is truth? Jesus. If you are looking for truth, you are looking for Jesus. In whatever area of world you are, if you are looking for truth, you are looking for Jesus. And we can only find the truth in Jesus Christ. Yes, yes.
Amen.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Yes, yes. Okay, I'll see you later on. Okay.
actually, I don't know if we were trying to last week we were trying to talk about the missing slaves from Africa.
Slaves.
Yeah, with the Arabs.
Yes, yes, yes.
And so you mentioned about you said it was written somewhere in Tabari.
Yeah, Tabari.
Do you know what the reference for that is?
Tabari history.
Yeah, but you don't know which because it's quite long.
36 and 37 Tabari.
Right.
Sometimes they say Al Tabari.
Yeah. So it's volume
36
right
and 37. There
Right.
are translations in English.
Yeah. I've got
Yes.
So what?
And you can say the rebellion of the Jans, J-A-N-J.
All right.
Z-A-N-J. A rebellion of the Jains.
All right. So how do you spell that? J.
Z.
Yeah.
A-N-J.
Z-A-N-J.
J.
Yeah. So Z-A-N.
J as in N.
Yeah. So that's Zanj.
Yeah, Zanj.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was contemporary
Yeah.
to that history. He lived at that time, but he's writing that. So if you read it, it's torturing to read.
Right.
Because you read it. The first time I read it, I've never read something like that. It's about war, and if you are reading it, I warn you, because there's a lot of beheading.
Right.
A lot of beheadings.
But
You see, everybody is carrying one head,
all right.
carrying the head from here to there, and so on and so forth.
But I was just going to say though, that the thing that I like about this is what another thing I like about the Bible is that when you read in Revelation 20,
Yes.
and it says about when the thrones were set up,
Yes.
and those that were beheaded for the word of God.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it tells you there that they're going to be beheaded,
Yeah.
and then Islam comes along 700 years later
Yes.
and starts to do it.
Yeah, but they're talking about end time. They're talking about end time, and everybody's being warned.
Yeah, but the reason I'm saying that is because if we look now,
Yes.
when the end times come,
Yes.
there's going to be a group that's doing the beheading, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
And so, as far as we can see, it's not Christians, is it?
It's not because
And it's not atheists and it's not Hindus.
yes, yes.
So there's only one culprit left for doing the beheadings, isn't it?
Yes. So you see, this is a period of grace.
Yeah.
Grace. It's not a time of condemnation. Everybody is given the opportunity to repent. And if you repent and turn to God, He will forgive you. And if you look at in the Bible, the woman caught in adultery,
Yeah.
what she did, you see, she was condemned. There is a similar story in Daniel chapter 13, but it's not in other Bibles.
Oh, yes, right.
In the some Bibles, but Susanna.
Oh, right,
There was
right.
Yeah. We're talking about justice and grace. So what the woman did, the woman caught in adultery, well, the law says he should be stoned. Remember, when they accused the woman, they didn't bring the men.
No.
The men were not brought her, they're only the woman.
But anyway, the thing about it is, if you read the Old Testament, it actually says they have to be caught together, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yes, yeah.
They brought only the woman.
Yeah.
And Jesus could see through all the deception.
Yeah.
That way. They want to trap Jesus and all that. But you see, the first coming of Jesus was a period of grace. And the grace extends, that's why he died for our sins. And the period of grace is extending until the end of time.
Yeah.
So, Jesus told the woman, I don't condemn you. Go and sin no more. And as for those, the accusers, if you have not sinned, if you are sinless, be the first to throw the stone.
But you know, one thing about that particular one is that I commend them for their honesty, because people nowadays, they will just lie and stone her anyway.
But you see, but speaking in the presence of Jesus, they were convicted of their sin, because if in the presence of God you do that, there will be instant judgment. Because you'll be judging yourself. So somehow the Spirit convicted them and they did But you see, they came there in a group also, so you could see where apparently probably they knew each other.
They
Not together in sin.
Well, the fact that they only brought the woman, you know that it was a
and those people there, you never know, they may be partners in the
well, they were protecting.
No,
they were protecting the man, isn't it? So they probably knew, because that's what they said. They probably knew the man.
Yes.
So they only brought the woman. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that the people themselves there, some of them may, or maybe at least one of them, may be the one.
It's true.
Yes, but it's a period of grace. So it's a period of forgiveness. God is gracious. He will forgive us our sins. If we commit our sins, we repent, then He will forgive our sins. So that the way you see Jesus in the first coming, you see Him as meek and weak and so on. But you see even Jesus, when He's talking to all those hypocrites, He is firm with them. When they're saying wrong thing, He makes sure they don't misunderstand even the law. He corrects them and is firm with them. He doesn't leave them in error and to persist in error. So until the end of the time, all this time, is lenient, but at the end of time, no more. When you are judged at that time, no mercy. No mercy. Because you have the time, all the time you have to repent, and all the evidence, and refuse.
So when because actually, how long have you been coming here?
About 4 or 5 years.
Oh, 4 years. So that's two. All right. So you must have come about the same time when, when J. Smith and Hatton bought all them Qurans.
No. When I started coming here, J. Smith was in his left before I started coming.
Oh, he already left.
Yes,
oh, okay.
Yes, So when I came, because the reason I came was that I heard that there is a lady here called Atuntash.
All right.
And that he has many Arabic Qurans.
Right, yeah.
To display. So I said, well, I haven't heard that before.
Right.
So let me turn up to see.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a speaker's corner before.
Right.
So that's the reason that I came.
Okay.
So when I came, I already seen the picture.
Yeah. Where they're holding it up,
yes.
isn't it? Yeah.
So when I came here, just there I saw her on a stand.
Right, yeah. With Daniel.
I saw her there on the stand with talking or debating someone called Mansour.
Right, yeah.
So they were talking. And I just stood there and was listening.
Right.
And it seemed to me that Mansour had no answer to Hakuntash because they were debating. Mansour had no answer at all to Hakutash's argument because he had the evidence.
Yeah.
So it was a bit random. But then what happened was that I happened to strike a discussion with someone who used to come here called Abbas.
Right.
Yeah, Abbas. His name is Abbas. So,
but which one? EF Dawah or the Pakistan or the Abbas? Because there's two of them. One's with EF Dawah and the other one is just he just wanders around. He talks to Yahya sometimes.
Yeah, I think he's from Pakistan.
Yeah.
He's from Pakistan, and hasn't been.
Yeah. Well, both of them do, but Abbas, the one I'm talking about is slightly taller. So one of them's short and one's a bit taller.
I think probably he's taller.
Because is he taller than you?
Maybe.
Yeah. So I think it's the other. It's not the EFDAR one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this Abbas, but I've not seen him here.
No, he's come. He was here 2 weeks ago, I think, and then a month before
I
then.
haven't seen him last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's not coming regular anymore.
Yeah.
No.
But before he used to come here.
Yeah.
Almost every week.
Yeah.
Almost every week he used to come. And he thinks he has questions against Christianity. He has his own sort of tricky questions.
Yeah.
But when he comes to me and then talk to me, and he doesn't get what he expects me to say.
Yeah.
So he gets frustrated.
Yeah.
And so what happened was that I was having a discussion with him, and he was telling me about what Islam is and about scientific miracles in the Quran.
Right.
And at that time there was a table there where they had these books, booklets.
Right.
They even had the Quran there and booklets.
Yeah.
And one of the booklets was talking about scientific miracles in the Quran. So he gave it to me. I said, well, I have some sort of scientific background in physics. So I will look at it. And so I told Abbas that next week I will go and look at what he's giving me.
Yeah.
And when I come back, I will tell him whether what they're saying in that pamphlet is true, and Islam is true or not. So that's the reason I had to come back the following week. So when I went, I read through it, and I saw that there is no miracle. Everything is saying there. Some of the things he said, for example, in the Bible, there's one thing he said, which is in the book of Job, which I referenced to. And some other things, there was nothing there. So I wrote I typed it out actually on a sheet. All a commentary on all the things in that pamphlet. And the following week I came here and gave it to him. I told him that booklet you gave me, I don't see anything there of substance. So we were talking, and then when we were talking, then someone called Paul Williams came in and interrupted. And started telling him that the reason that he's here in the park is to put down. He shouldn't be arguing with people. Either he tell the person and the person accept it, or he shouldn't be going to technical arguments with people. So, so I believe together with Paul Williams. So that's where, because when a brother asked him, he couldn't show me from the Quran where they're getting all those things from.
But Bashi, I was just going to say, because I had this, I got harassed by a Muslim as well, talking about scientific miracles. So the one he kept trying to harass me with was about the waters not mixing.
Water. And look at it this way. It says there are two rivers, two seas. And one is salty and the other one is not salty. And where they meet, they don't mix. And if you read it in Arabic, it says there is a barrier, physical barrier, land barrier. These two waters cannot cross into each other.
No, because what I did is, you heard of a website called Islam Awakens? You ever?
No.
Well, what it is, it's a site. Whenever someone comes with a quote from the Quran, I always go to that site because.
Let me just explain it.
All right.
Before you come in. So that's what it says, that they don't mix because of this physical barrier. It's not saying that this water come and the two waters meet and they can't mix. That's not what it says. In the Arabic, it says that there is a physical barrier between the two waters. Now, even if it doesn't say that in the Quran, that there is a physical barrier between that, it's still not true. Because if you go to a kitchen and put salt in one bottle of water and put the other one no salt, and put them together, see whether it will mix or not. It will mix.
Well,
the salty one will mix with the unsalty one. The two will mix. So the Quran is not true.
So what I was going to say is that, you know, what I do at Islam Awakened is that it gives you the Arabic word by word. So it gives you the translation of each Arabic word, and you can read it across. So when you actually read it,
Yes.
His translation said about the two not mixing, but like you said, when you actually read the Arabic, it's just talking about two different waters.
Yes.
It's not saying about how it's not saying anything special.
Yeah.
But if you get certain translations, some translations which they'll change what they say to make it seem like.
No, when they translate Quran from Arabic to English, everything there is a lie. Everything is a lie, especially when it comes to morality and things about Allah and Muhammad and things like that. They lie to make it compatible with, say, other cultures. Because if you look at it, Islam, the teaching of Islam is morally inferior to the teaching to a common man, for example, in this country.
Well, it's even inferior to atheists as well.
Yes, to every other person. Normal person. You see, if you are a Muslim, if you say you are a Muslim, and you start practicing Islam, the more you practice Islam, the more your character goes down as you practice Islam. The more you get away from Islam, the better person you are.
That's true.
You see, that's the whole thing. All these people who say they are Muslim, they don't practice Islam. For example, here you can say you have a friend with a Muslim person.
No, but if the person's nice, so if they're nice, then they're not practicing it properly. No.
That's not okay. So they lie and all this sort of thing. But the thing is that if you are a practicing Muslim, you will really be bad. Really be bad. That is why you see, and it's easy to know someone who is practicing Islam. It's very easy to know someone who is practicing. He's very fanatical, very aggressive, angry. He's angry with other Muslims that they are not as him. And he's angry with people who are not Muslim. These are even worse.
And remember the hadith where Muhammad said that if you meet a Jew or Christian in the way, you have to push them to the sideway. What did he say? Push them. I can't remember. But you push them into because it's the drain with the sewer part.
To the sewer.
So you push them in that part.
Because you see, let's say you have these friends here. If Muslim people are coming, if Muslim people, because you are a dhimmi. If you are a Christian, for example, you are a dhimmi. So you see a group of Muslim people are coming on this road. Because you see, as a dhimmi, you need to even dress in such a way that it will distinguish you from Muslim people.
They were saying apparently with the Germans they had to wear an armband.
So when Muslims are coming, they are superior to you. So this fence, this one that side. So when Muslims are coming,
this was to bounce you off.
You need to jump.
No, this was to bounce you off the fence, isn't it?
You need to jump over there and let Muslims pass. Let Muslims pass here. Because they're superior to you.
And the thing about it is, I was just going to say, the Muslims who actually read the hadiths, they know that this is true. But all these Dawah ones, they'll just lie to you and say, no, that's not what a Muslim is supposed to do.
And you see, one thing about the hadith is controversial. But if you are a Sunni, they say they believe in both the Quran and the hadith. But you see, all these hadiths are about the life of Muhammad, what he's supposed to have said and done, and so on and so forth. But you see, there is a problem with the hadiths and all those other things. the life of Muhammad. The sort of thing they say about Muhammad there. And there are many other things that Muhammad did. For example, Muhammad was a slave trader. The hadith says that, for example, I'm a black person, African, I come from Africa. Muhammad was a slave trader. Muhammad had African slaves. In the hadith, I have their names there. If I show, I can show the names of slaves of Muhammad.
Right.
Black slaves. And so Muhammad was a slave trader. That is something that, and there was an African slave, according to the hadith, called Bilal. And Muslims use Bilal to, when they're talking to African people, they talk about slavery, they talk about Bilal, and so on.
But they always say about ringing the bell on the.
Yes. So Bilal was a slave of Muhammad. So when they started Islam, what happened? They were trying, before, when they started, it went on for a long time, according to the hadith. According to the hadith. It went on for years and years. But they weren't doing that at Adnan, where they called Muslims to prayer. There was nothing like that at the start. It went on for years and years and years until they went to Medina or something like that. So later on, they said they want to do it. They want to be calling people to prayer. So they discussed among themselves, including Umar. They had different methods how to call people, like ringing bells, like the Christians do, and all these other things. Umar, one of the followers, early followers, was the one who came up with the idea that someone should use his voice to be calling for prayers. It was Umar's plan and idea. So when this idea, because Umar was very powerful in Islam, anything Umar says is normally incorporated in the Quran. Anything Umar says, for one way or the other, you will see it in the Quran, word for word. I can give you examples of that as well. So what happened was that when they said that, when they agreed that someone will be a human being will be calling for prayer, then Muhammad ordered all this meeting. Bilal was never there. He didn't take part in it, he was a slave. So after this decision, all the hadith say that Muhammad ordered Bilal to be waking up at dawn. When Arabs are sleeping, are busy sleeping, because he is a slave, and because he had a strong voice. So all the hadiths say that Muhammad ordered Bilal to be doing the Adnan. So you see the reason why he was ordered to do so. Not that Bilal chose to do so. Not that Bilal participated in any Muslim meeting and agreed to do that sort of thing. All the hadiths agree all of them agree. One thing in common with them was that Bilal was ordered by Muhammad to do that. He had no choice.
Right.
To do it. And as for Bilal as a slave, Muslims say that Islam in the Quran say that Muslims are directed to free slaves.
Yeah.
Well, if you open the Quran, read it in that way, it appears to say so. But that is not how Muhammad and the people, the thing is being narrated to them. That is not the meaning they understood it to be.
Yeah.
Nobody sitting there had the understanding that Allah was telling them to free slaves. In the Quran, as stated, the freeing of slaves in the Quran is an act of punishment. It's an act of punishment.
Well, on the owner, you mean?
Yes, an
Right.
act of punishment.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like saying you have a car. Most people in the country have a car, and a car is very useful to them.
Yeah.
So it's like saying if you come to say if you don't want to go to if you don't go to the mosque, if you don't go to the mosque, it is a sin for you
But I think
to go to the mosque.
to not
A person, yeah. Because Muhammad, even in one of the hadiths, thought of going personally to burn people who are not going to the mosque in person. You need to go to the mosque in person. So, okay, so see you next week. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. So, what is your choice? Now, if you can't go to the mosque, you may have to choose between going to the mosque or giving away your car. Now, if you face that choice, say in this country, for example, what choice would you make? If you have a choice of if you don't go to a church on Sunday, you have to give away your car. You have to make that choice. Which one are you going to make?
Wait, just go to church and just sit down.
So that is the choice. So you as a person, let's say you go to an atheist or a believer, I tell you, you have your car, you just bought a car, you have to choose. If you miss church, if you miss going to church today, then you have to give up your car. Many people will choose to keep the car and probably repent after. Most people will decide to keep the car. So it's that sort of choice. Because it's a severe thing. I've given the example of a car. Let's say you are home. Which one would you give up? Burning your home or giving up your home or going to the mosque?
No, you go to the mosque, isn't it?
And forgo your home.
No,
I give you the choice. You either attend the mosque on Friday or give up your home. House will best now.
No, they attend the mosque.
You attend the mosque.
But why if the mosque is full?
Yes, you attend the mosque.
You
will not give up your house. you will not give up your car.
No.
So that is the choice. The choice the people have to make. It's so impossible for them to give up the slave.
So the slave has to hope that the master misses the Friday prayer.
Yes,
and then the slave gets free.
Yes, and they've given them a choice such that they cannot give up the slave. The slave is so important to the person, to the individual, that he will not give up the slave for the other choice.
No.
So that's how these people understood it. The verse is not telling any person to free slave. It is a punishment. It is a punishment for doing something not accepted by Islam.
Yeah.
So you have to think carefully about being a Muslim and doing what Islam requires you to do, or freeing a slave. So it's easier for the individual to be a Muslim.
Oh, actually, I just got a phone call. Just hold on a second.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So the choice open to the person, not Muslims, is being a Muslim, being a Muslim, behaving as a Muslim, and obeying Allah, doing jihad, than free a slave.
Yeah.
The choice is given in such a way that it is not practicable to give up a slave. So now, let's get back to Bilal, the African slave of Muhammad. Did Muhammad free Bilal? No. Muhammad did not free Bilal. If Muslims are saying that Muslims are to free slaves, why is it that Muhammad did not free Bilal? Because we have a hadith. After Muhammad died, I have the hadith there.
Yeah.
That's why they don't come to me. Because when they come to me in the park here, I give, because that's why I carry this bag. I have everything I say. I have the evidence with me to show them. So that's why they don't come to me.
Yeah.
All they can do is to frustrate me and make sure that they want to attack me and that sort of thing. So after Muhammad died, there is a hadith that said that after the death of Muhammad, Bilal went to Abu Bakr.
Yeah, I think
and was begging Abu Bakr for his freedom. Well, we're not sure whether he was freed, but now, at the time I started looking for this hadith, doing this hadith, it wasn't clear whether Bilal was freed. Actually, it didn't say so. But now, if you go to, because it's so embarrassing, and this thing has become important to Muslim Dawa people.
Yeah. They
went to all those, because at that time, I used to go to internet years ago, about 10, 15 years ago. I used to do all these things on the internet, check things. Now, if you go there and check about this Bilal thing and so on and so forth, they have changed things there. Although they cannot say that Muhammad freed Bilal, because that is all the hadiths. But they would say, they will have a heading saying that about freeing slaves. And then they will mention Bilal there. But there is no evidence anywhere that Bilal was freed, even by Abu Bakr. So, and look at this thing. Bilal was the one waking up a town crier. A town crier when Arabs became a town crier for Islamic religion, Muslims, where Arabs are sleeping down, busy sleeping. Bilal has their work, and that all the time, and they get up and start announcing this time for prayer. As we would expect a slave to do. And then look at all these things that been doing before Muhammad died. All this time, Muhammad used him as a donkey. When they're traveling, I don't know how powerful Bilal is. Every load the people have is on Bilal. If any gift you are giving, it doesn't matter the entourage. If you have 3 people with going about with Muhammad, every load they have goes on Bilal. It's as if he's a donkey, and they don't think he's a human being, you see. And so, if Muhammad and all the things that Bilal is doing for Islam, announcing all their prayers, why is it that Muhammad did not free Bilal?
Well, because he's a slave, isn't he?
Yeah, but they are saying that Islam is against slavery, and that there is a verse. That's what they are claiming. That there is a verse telling Muslims to free slaves, and Muhammad has slaves, including Bilal, and Bilal was a Muslim. They say you shouldn't enslave a Muslim, right?
Well, he's not an Arab Muslim, you know.
According to them, you shouldn't enslave a Muslim. Now Bilal was a slave.
But remember in the other hadith where it says that if two of them have got dark skin, there was one Arab slave, isn't it?
Yes,
so he's only half
there
Arab.
There are many of those hadiths. For example, Muhammad, for example, he would sell 2 Africans to 1 Arab.
So Bilal's only half a Muslim, so
so he does that. Anyway, we know he's a slave trader. All these things are in this hadith. So now, see this hypocrisy. They are saying, Muslims are saying that you shouldn't enslave a Muslim person. Alright? This is what they say, Quran says. Now, Bilal was a slave of Muhammad, the founder of Islam. Bilal was the one doing that now, calling for prayer when it's time for prayer. Bilal is the one calling Muslim to prayer. And Bilal was a slave and remained a slave to Muhammad, the founder of Islam, and Allah, and he was not freed. So, if Muslims are saying that Allah instruct Muslims to free slaves, what about Bilal?
Well, maybe the true translation is he has to be Arab. He has to be Arab slave. Then those are the ones that should be free.
They may have nuances, but they say I am only asking the questions because when I'm talking about African enslavement by Muslims, by Arabs and Muslims, before Islam, we had Christianity in Africa. there was no single slave market in Africa, anywhere in Africa, who introduced slave markets. Arabs, Muslims. Before that, there was no single slave market on the African continent.
No.
After that, the Muslims occupied, Arabs, Muslims, occupied Africa and enslaved Africans. They are still in occupation.
Well, actually,
right now.
in Libya, isn't it? They're still doing it, aren't they?
They occupy Egypt. They occupy Tunisia, Libya, Morocco, Sudan, Algeria, Mauritania, and all these places. None of these places is an Arab country. Nothing to do with Arab. None of these countries. Egypt is not Arabic.
No.
Never. They have never been. It's not an Arab country. So Egypt is under occupation. Tunisia is under Arab occupation, Arab Islamic occupation. Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Libya, Sudan, all these places are under Arab Muslim Islamic occupation. And they don't want people to talk about it. They don't want Africans to talk about it. Now, this is a crime against humanity. They mistreat Africans. The Arabs still mistreat Africans. When you want to talk about the Arab Muslim Islamic occupation of Africa, they don't want to talk about it. They want to talk about America.
But here's the interesting thing about Libya is that if you go to Libya, Colonel Gaddafi and all the people, they look like Arabs.
Eh?
No, they look like Arabs, isn't it? You know, Gaddafi and all these people.
Where's the occupation
Yeah, but then
by Arabs?
yeah, but then for some reason, if you look for a picture of slaves, you don't see Arabs there. You see African people.
Okay, say, let's give an example. So say you go to Al-Basra in Iraq. You go to Al-Basra in Iraq.
Yeah.
How many Africans, black people with skin like me are there?
Well, you don't see it in the pictures anyway.
You may see a dozen or so.
Yeah.
But what do? They kill. Because you see, the thing with Islam, with the Arab Islamic people, when they come, what's the purpose? What do they do? What they do is that when they, let's say they come to London here. So what they're going to do, the first thing they would do is capture the place. The people are not prepared. They are unaware that they're going to be there's going to be war or they're going to be invaded. They're unprepared, so the Muslims will come and then attack. This is their tactics. They will attack the town. Then the first thing they do is to kill all the men.
Yeah.
All the grown-ups, all the men.
Yeah, 'cause that's from the hadith. So that's what Muhammad always did there.
Well, that's their tactics. So they kill all the men. And then the women, they divide among themselves.
Yeah.
They can sell the women off as slaves and the boys, the children, because the children are now going to be the next army,
Yeah.
jihadists,
Yeah.
fighting the cause of Allah. So the little ones will be preserved to be, they will teach them Arabic language and teach them about Muhammad. Muhammad is this, that, the sort of things you believe who Muhammad is. As if Muhammad is some sort of God, that sort of thing. You cannot say you need to love Muhammad more than any other person. You need to love Muhammad more than yourself, more than your parents and all that. So that's what they do. Then they will rape the women. So if we are coming from Arabia and we rape African women, what would be the complexion of these women?
Well, they'd be Somalis.
So that is how it is. That is how they want to change the complexion of Africans. They don't want to see black people. So that's the aim. They go there, attack, kill the men, rape all the women. First of all, what is the enticement anyway for going to war? Anyway.
Well, it's the booty and the...
Yes, to get people's property and divide it and divide the women.
And even better, while Muhammad was alive, he used to take
20%.
Yeah, but now Muhammad's dead, you don't have to give them the 20% anymore.
Yeah, but there are Dawa people here who still appear and the Muslims give them the money. There's someone here, I think you're recording this, and I'm going to say it, and I think if you want to challenge me, there is someone here called Muhammad the Hijab. And now, how does he appeal to Muslims to send him money?
Well, usually to build a mosque.
I like your speech.
Yes.
I like your thought about against the Islam.
Yes. So how does he do that? Because if you go to the Quran, there are many verses in the Quran about appealing to Muslims and others, to Christians as well, to lend money, to lend Allah money, so that for forgiveness of sins, sometimes so that Muhammad can pray for people, that sort of thing. Yes. So it's a scam.
Actually, there was a time when Muhammad was charging with something, wasn't he?
Yes, Muhammad, even before you see him, you need to pay consultation fee. Before you see Muhammad. That's in 58, verse 12. Quran, So there are many verses in the Quran asking people to lend money, to give a loan to Allah. All that money goes to Muhammad. That's how Muhammad maintains his many wives. At any one time, he has at least 9 wives at any one time, and each wife has multiple slaves, each of them, and he keeps changing them. That is how he maintains his lifestyle. All these wives, each of them slaves, and Muhammad has his personal slaves and all that. So, how does he get the money? From stealing. 20% booty. At one time, the Muslims accused him of stealing.
I think it's a red velvet.
After they stole, that's in chapter 3, verse 161. Okay, you mentioned the red velvet. He stole it. Where Allah had to bring a verse talking about a prophet is not supposed to embezzle money or steal. But if Allah is God, he should just point into the person Who stole it?
Yeah, but this like Allah didn't notice who took it.
What about this one?
Well, that's a banana.
No, look properly, this banana.
Yeah, that's banana in Allah's heaven. They are
That's
promised.
a natural banana.
Yeah, it's promised. It's promised in Allah's heaven.
Hey, you bananas?
Yeah, banana, yeah.
Oh, you mean like the fruits and all that?
Banana is mentioned by
Right,
name.
okay. Yeah.
In Allah's Jannah.
Right.
Jannah,
Yeah.
Together with pillow.
I think
You have a
Together
pillow.
with 72 versions.
You have rivers of wine. And they will tell them.
Oh, actually, the 72 virgins is I think it's Da'if. Is it? Or is it? I think it is Da'if, yeah. 72 virgins. So but I don't know why they keep quoting it.
No, it's in the Quran.
No, it doesn't say 72 though.
No, it's not the 72 thing, but it's the Horis.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Quran.
Yeah.
So the hadiths, they have numbers there.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying the 72 one is Da'if.
They put numbers to it in the thing. So, about the African thing, you see how that worked out. Because that's how. So they kill people, they kill the people, and then rape the women, and that's how they change the complexion of people change. So Muhammad himself he says in the Quran that he's a father of no man. He's a father to nobody.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the wives of Muhammad are mothers, the mothers of all Muslims.
Yeah, because he doesn't want them to get married after he's dead.
Yeah, but the mothers are dead, but they are still mothers. The wives of Muhammad, even though they're dead, but they are still mothers to Muslims. So, for example, Aisha is the mother to Muslims. But Muhammad says he's not the father to any man. But why is that?
but actually, here's the one that I haven't managed to find, but I heard someone mention it.
Yeah, because he had an adopted son, and then he used his power, and he lost after his daughter-in-law. And then choked out the son.
Yeah.
And then married his own daughter-in-law. And because of that lust, that evil, and we see adoption is a good thing in society. It allows children who have no parents because of their own fault to have parents and enjoy the benefits of parenthood. And Muhammad, because of his lust after a woman, lusted after her, after his daughter-in-law, and then end up choking out the son and marrying her, and then because of that, abolished adoption.
Yeah.
In chapter 33, verse 4 of the Quran. And in the same chapter, verse 37, that is where the lust came in. According to that verse, it says that Muhammad, even though in his mind he wants the woman, but he's not saying it. But Allah is not afraid. Allah is going to say it. Let Zaid divorce the woman. So, and then you, Muhammad, take her. Yes. So that is how. That is a shameful thing to do in any culture at all. That is not acceptable. I have not seen any culture that would agree to that. No, it's a shame.
Yeah, because I've just got one question. I don't know
So let me just quickly answer that question about this thing. So about this, so I was talking about this slavery and all this sort of thing. And so why is it that Muhammad, and he abolished adoption because of his lust, but the mothers, the wives of Muhammad are the mothers, the wives of Muhammad are the mothers of Muslim.
Yeah.
But Muhammad is not a father to no one.
No.
So now, we know that in the Quran, because of this, Muhammad abolished adoption. That means Muslims are not allowed to adopt. So what is the purpose of the adoption then? Because you abolish adoption, so what's the purpose? Because if the purpose is to make sure that Muhammad is not the father of Sayyid, you shouldn't call him Zaid ibn Muhammad. Then that's the reason you abolish adoption. Then, I mean, if you abolish adoption because of that, then what's the purpose?
Well, I suppose they could still do fostering, isn't it?
What is the reason? There is no reason. Again.
So I think the difference is that with adoption, they take your name. But fostering, you just look after them still as
look after them. Adoption, you can change the name.
So Muslims can just do fostering, isn't it? So they still.
But anyway, so adoption. You say with adoption they can still take your name, isn't it?
Yeah, adoption, because they get your name and it's adoption.
Name.
But fostering, they keep. They still tied with their parents.
I agree with that. So they will still take your name, and adoption is forbidden because of that. So, what is because there is a contradiction there. There is a contradiction if someone not taking somebody's name because of adoption. Because if you adopt, then there is no child, an adopted person, to take somebody's name anyway. Do you see?
What's that? If
you say there is no adoption, then there is no adopted child to take another person's adopted parent's name anyway. If you abolish adoption.
Yeah, but I suppose they could still live with them, but it's just not legal. So what I'm saying is they can still get around what Muhammad did.
Well, they get around here and get money. The government pays people here to do adoption thing. I know many of them who are, but there is a logic there. I want to figure out. You see, if the purpose of Muhammad say, okay, this child should not bear my name because it's a child from adoption. Then what is the purpose of decreeing of the verse saying, telling Muslims not to adopt? What is the reason?
Well,
the money into their own family, not to other people.
obviously that's.
Yeah, I understand the financial aspect of it. But the reason that they are saying in the Quran is that the child should have the biology, the father bear the name of the biological father.
Well,
so, okay, let's say that is the case. Let's say that is the case. Then why don't you just leave it there? Leave it there. That the child is adopted. It's not going to have the adopted parent's name. Just tell people, if you adopt a child, let him or her not bear your name.
Yeah, then it's not. Then,
Yes, but just keep it like fostering. That sort of thing. So, what is the purpose of banning adoption?
well,
What is the reason?
no, because it's a he's doing it so Muhammad, as they say, so Muhammad can get his way, isn't it?
Yeah, but you see, adoption is a good thing. So what's the reason of banning adoption?
What, you stop taking refugee kind of thing?
Yeah, but remember what he said. He said, remember, believers supposed to love Muhammad above his family.
Yes, yes.
So you're supposed to love Muhammad above your adopted child, isn't it?
Yes, but
Yeah, so-
what is the reason? Because this is really need to get this. What is the reason for banning adoption? Because you could just simply tell people, if you adopt a child, it is against Allah, and to have an adopted son or daughter take your name, or take part in your inheritance, that sort of thing. You could say that. But to ban adoption, which is a good thing to do, what is the reason?
So what is the reason?
What is the reason?
But actually, what's the surah?
I think 33 verse 4. Read 4 and 5, verse 4. Read 4 and 5. Chapter 33. What is the reason of banning adoption? It is a good thing.
Okay, 33. Yeah, so I'm just going to... Let's see what Ibn Kathir has to say.
Is that coming up?
No, it's, I'm just...
Chapter 33, verse 4 and 5.
yeah.
On the taking over, the marrying of his daughter-in-law is the same chapter, but verse 37 of that chapter. There is no reason for banning adoption. There is no reason.
You say so, that's all.
Yes. It is there because Allah and Muhammad banned it. Because when it was a scandal. It was a scandal. And to marry your daughter-in-law is a scandal. And people were talking about it everywhere. How can you do this? We've never seen anything like this before. And you know what happened is that when Muslims are supposed to be married, there is supposed to be a witness. But there was no witness, according to the hadiths, between the marriage of Muhammad and Zainab. They say Allah is the witness. And now, when they marry, okay, there was this food party, that sort of thing. They invited some people to attend. So, when people attended the meeting, the sort of party, people were talking. What is happening here? People don't understand what is going on here about Muhammad marrying the daughter-in-law. People can't comprehend that. Doesn't make sense.
But anyway, if you want, I've got the answer for you.
Yes, and then this story, according to the hadith, so people left, many people left, and there were people who sat there and were discussing this matter. So Muhammad went round to his wives, went this one, that one, came back. The people were still there talking about this matter. So it was an embarrassing thing. So another Quranic verse came down. Muhammad downloaded another Quranic verse. When you are invited, to come and to the house of Muhammad for anything to eat. After you finish eating, leave. Leave immediately after you finish eating. You continue staying there after you have finished eating and continue talking is annoying to the Prophet. But the Prophet is ashamed, is shy, telling you to leave. But Allah is not shy. So Allah is telling you plainly.
Too many human things that it's not God anymore.
Allah is now telling you, when you have finished your food, leave. Quran chapter 33, I think it's verse 33.
But anyway, regarding the adoption, what?
So all this is what I'm trying to say is that many of these things come from that evil, that thing that Muhammad did. This chapter 33 of the Quran is really bad, and they cut it. They say, according to Muslims, that this chapter used to be of the same size as chapter 2, which is the biggest one.
Yeah.
But they cut it. But even then, all the evil. In fact, when you read the Quran from chapter 1, for me, when I started reading it, I read up to chapter 18. When I got there, I paused. Things there didn't match. But I say, because my purpose was to read it without prejudice. So any question I have, I put it at the back burner, on the back burner. I carried on with it. But when I got to chapter 18, it caused me a problem, a serious problem there. But then I say, okay, let me carry on. Then I carried on reading. And when I got to chapter 33, when I read chapter 23, chapter 33, chapter 33, when I got to chapter 33, when I read that chapter, that God cannot be responsible for that chapter 33, that can never come from God. How can God, okay, God is saying, when I say God, I mean generic. But in this case, Allah. I don't think Allah is God. So Allah, verse 50 of this chapter. Now, this one is telling Muhammad, women, for Muhammad to have sexual intercourse with. He says, your wives, whom you have paid dowry, he had at least, at any one time, at least a minimum of 9. So you have your wives. Now that should be the end, isn't it? Of having sexual intercourse. You have your wives. That's it. But no. It went on. It went on. Women that Allah has given you, conquered by war and right-hand process, and giving you sex slaves that have slept with them, daughters of your paternal uncle, of your paternal aunt, from your mother's side and your father's side, you have sex with them. And then, but this is the one. Any believing woman, any believing woman, if your eye fall on any believing woman, it's for you. You can have sexual intercourse with her. Actually, the interpretation is that any believing woman whom your eye fall on, if she's married, the husband has has to divorce her immediately so that you, Muhammad, can have sexual intercourse with her. How can that be from God? And he's not missing his word. And mind you, the language that is used, there is no marriage in Islam. The word they use is nikah, or is derivatives. Nikah. If I say nikah means sexual intercourse, I am being polite. It's a polite way of saying it.
Yeah.
So in this case, for example, the Quran is saying that if the eyes of you, Muhammad, fall on any believing woman, then the husband has to divorce her. Okay, let me just say, as the Quran says, so that nobody will accuse me. They just say that any believing woman that he wants, he can have sex. For example, if you go to Tabari, for this verse, chapter 33, verse 50, it gives, interprets it, and gives Muhammad 16 privileges.
Right. And
the 10th of this privilege, of this list of privileges, is that Muhammad can have, if the eyes of Muhammad fall on any woman, even if the woman is married, the husband have to divorce her immediately.
It's almost like the king.
So now,
ancient Chinese time.
all these Muslims here.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's say if I'm a Muslim, would I accept that?
Well,
Would I accept that for my wife, for my sister, for my mother? You see, if I'm Muslim, ask yourself that question. Because you love Muhammad more than any other thing, more than yourself.
well,
You want that if the woman concerned in question is your wife or your sister or your mother. That's what you see, they don't think. But do you think God can give such a command?
no. Obviously, you know that can't happen. Yeah.
So what sort of God can give that sort of command?
No, well, it's simple. If the God is a caliph, then he can. Isn't it?
Yes, if he's a man. It's a court leader. Because the court leaders, what is common to them is money, power, and sex. These are the sort of things they want. So, mention verses about borrowing and lending money, and 20%, and consultation fee, and the sex. So, that is what the religion is about. And then women started coming to Muhammad for sex. So, verse 51, that verse is 50. Verse 51 now says, well, because there was a lie. A lie for women, for Muhammad to have sex with. So, Muhammad downloaded another Quranic verse from Allah, from his God, telling him that, the prophet has a choice, and he can postpone some of you. Is that coming from God? Really?
No, we know that. But anyway, no, because I'm getting a bit cold now. But anyway, thanks for the for the talking to you and
because it looks like I'm being too talkative, and maybe this is not what you wanted to interview me about.
Well, no, it's just,
But the way I talk at this end,
yeah.
maybe you haven't asked me the full questions you want, but
Well,
we can
no.
have another next time. You just ask me questions and I will give short answers.
Yeah. We'll.
I've spoken to you at length. The reason I've done that is to you can go and watch it. Examine yourself. I mean, look at it and find out whether I am out of my mind.
Well, no, anyway,
or whether what I've said there is coming from me or from their books or not. Whether I'm insulting any person in what I've said or not. Because for me, I think everything that I do say in the park here doesn't come from me. It's not my opinion.
Yeah, as long as you got the text.
It's in the Quran and the hadiths.
Yeah.
So I never give my opinion. So I've spoken at length. You've not interrupted me. So I've spoken freely. And I've given you the chance to watch and see. Come back next time and tell me whether I have lied.
Well,
I've lied. If you think if you have a question mark over something I've said there that you think may not be true, then ask me about that. And that will be part of your next question, because I really want you to speak to me next time on your terms. Next time I will give shorter answers.
Yeah.
After going through this and seeing whether I have some sort of knowledge of what I'm telling you, or whether I'm lying against Muhammad, Islam, Arab, Muslims, or things like that.
Well,
you need to examine that from what I've said. Decide.
Anyway, well, the main thing I want to do is I'm going to look up the. You get the Tabari references.
Yes.
So I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
To see what's on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember volume 36.
I made a note.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
not going to go back there. It's dark now. I'm not here where it's dark.
Yeah, because you might get attacked or something.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I'm just going to see if Lamin's here, but if he's not, I'm probably going to leave as well anyway.
Who?
You know Lamin, he just came by.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah, but if he's not here, I'm probably not going to see.
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.
Yes. You do YouTube?
Yeah.
What's the name of your channel?
Oh, it's easier to show it than to see it.
Is it an English name? I can't remember.
Yeah, but it's just like it takes a long time to see.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's just that.
Israelites will return to take down Islam.
Yeah.
That's easy to remember. Israelites will return to take down Islam.
Yeah.
Actually, I will still write it down because it's good to write it down. You see, that's the problem with me. When I want to write something down, then I forget.
Yeah.
But if I'm not writing it down, then I remember. Israelites will return or would return. Let me copy it from them. Will, yeah. Return to take down Islam. Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course I will do.
Yeah.
So okay, see you.
Yeah, all right then. All right, thanks. See you. All right.
Israelites will return to take down Islam.